Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, beloved residents of King Edward VII Hall, welcome to a day filled with fun, joy, and laughter. Welcome to KEVIIans Day. My name is Matthew.
And I'm Derek.
And together, we'll be your hosts for today's KEMotion KEVIIans Day Livestream.
That's right. So today is KEVIIans Day and we are celebrating our 15th annual celebration of KEVIIans Day. So what started off as a pretty small event, inclusive of various different block committees throughout King Edward VII Hall, has grown since 2010, I believe, the first event. And today it is quite a huge event that is hosted pretty much annually with various different booths, games, food, and everything, right?
Yeah, I heard there's popcorn machine outside right now.
There's popcorn, oh wow, okay. Yeah. So this year, today, on the 20th of March, we celebrate the achievements of our residents in the past year. We celebrate the community that we love here and the various events that were hosted showcasing the vibrant culture and strong spirit that is from King Edward VII Hall.
That's right, Derek. So King Edward VII Hall really just isn't a residence, right? It's a cultural hub, a heritage that we hold dear to all our hearts. With a rich tapestry of traditions and a thriving large number of productions filled with talent, our hall boasts an impressive lineup of CCAs, including AKKE, KE Choir, KE Band, KE Dance, Hall Play, the Dream Composition, Chinese Drama, Football, Females, and so much more.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, but today isn't just about showcasing our talents. It's about celebrating the very foundation of our hall. It's about commemorating how far our hall has come, its resilience, and progression towards the hall it is today.
Yeah, and what better way to celebrate it today with all the games, music, and many fun activities. There's a popcorn station right outside.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm hungry for that. I'll get a popcorn right after
Me
this.
too, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, there's a claw machine outside there as well. And I saw some arcade games outside that people are playing as well.
Yeah, so if you are unaware, you may just bring your friends, come down to the foyer, to the dining hall, to the comm hall, and just have a splendid time here. But perhaps most importantly, KEVIIan Day serves as a reminder of the strong bonds that unite us. Bonds that transcend walls and boundaries, bringing together students and our resident fellows in a shared sense of community and belonging. So let's make the most of this day, my friends. Let's laugh, dance, and just enjoy the night, creating memories that will last surely for a lifetime. Because today we're not just celebrating a hall, we're celebrating each and every one of you. So before everything, I'd just like to wish everyone, I think both me and Matt, so happy KEVIIans Day, everyone.
Yeah,
all
that's right. So just now we mentioned that, you know, this hall is full of legacy, it's full of history, and it's been around for a long time. So perhaps I can share a little bit about this. This year actually marks our hall's 108th anniversary.
108 years.
Yeah,
wow.
It's been around for a long time. It's been here since 1916. Wow. Right? Yeah, so it's not easy for a hall to be standing for such a long period of time. Actually,
exactly,
yeah. In fact, our hall is older than that of the National University of Singapore.
Really?
That's right.
I heard that we are the oldest hall in NUS itself.
Yeah, we are the oldest hall in NUS, and we carried on this legacy from where we were previously. So before this, King Edward VII Hall was actually known as the KE7 College of Medicine, right? And then this College of Medicine used to be located near where Singapore General Hospital is, right? And well, it turns out that over time, it has just evolved into King Edward VII Hall.
So right now, maybe viewers at home, you might not know where we are right now. So we are currently in the wellness room, which is, I think it's mainly used by PSG.
Yeah, that's correct. It's used by the peer support group. So this is where people come by, relax and unwind, take themselves off of the hard work that is studying, after all, and come and recharge.
But this initiative started only this year, right?
Yeah.
For our older residents, you might remember this particular room being called as the heritage room. So actually surrounding us we have various different parts of our hall's history pretty much carved into the walls right here. Unfortunately we don't have a camera to pan over everything, but just know that we are currently surrounded by heritage, right? So pretty much as Matt mentioned earlier, that our hall started way back in 1916. We are celebrating our 108th anniversary. Back then, it was, as you mentioned, it's for King Edward VII College of Medicine.
That is correct. Is
there any interesting facts from back then?
Oh, so yeah, back then it was over at Sepoy Lines. So that's well, it was a male-only college because back then they only accepted males inside this medical school, and so it was actually gender segregated for a long time. It was actually segregated all the way until 1956.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as a matter of fact, KE7 Hall was in two parts in the beginning. There was a male part, which was the College of Medicine, and then there was also another female part, which eventually merged in 1956 to form King Edward VII Hall. Of course, the location of King Edward VII Hall has changed a lot in the past years. We've actually moved quite a fair bit. We've moved from Sepoy Lines over in Singapore General Hospital, and right now we're in Kentridge, and this is the current location that it's in.
All right. So actually, let's just fast forward a bit. So in 1988, we officially moved here, as Matt mentioned, to 1A Kentridge Road, and it is where it is now. So actually, can I ask, we have some of our KEMotion members currently working behind the scenes.
Hello, KEMotion members.
Hello, KEMotion members. So actually, we have a moving camera right here at the venue, which is outside. We have two interviewers ready on the go just to get what's happening outside. Can I just ask whether that camera is ready to go? Is it ready to go?
Okay. So let's go outside and check in with our hosts, Joe Ning and
Khor
King.
Yeah.
And
So
we'll
let's
go
cut.
take a look at what happened.
All right.
Thanks, Matt and Derek. Hi everyone, I'm Joe Ning, and with me is yeah. So as you can see here, we are right now in the dining hall, and our friends are having dinner, and some of them are participating in KEVIIans Day Activities.
Shall we go around and interview some people? Yeah, let's go.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can I have your attention? Guys, can I have your attention? Make some noise, come on.
Wait, should we say? Okay, what are you doing here right now?
We're making bracelets.
What are you doing? What are you doing with your bracelet?
Making my name.
Your name?
Yes.
Okay, are you doing it for yourself or you giving someone else?
I give it my roommate.
Like
Yeah.
your roommate.
There?
Oh.
Yeah, for you. Then I make one with your name, and then I wear your name. Then you wear my name.
Alright, okay. Can I also ask, since it's KE's birthday today, right? Do you have anything to say to KE?
Happy birthday.
Alright.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Okay, then other than this, right, there's also, I think, should we go around there to see like what's happening there? Okay, let's go around there first. Yeah, let's go. Oh my God. Okay, let's go. What?
Oh, we see some lovely cookies right here. I think it's from KE and Joe. So,
Should we ask about what they are doing?
sure. Hello. Hi, Yuen. What are you doing here?
We are like distributing butter cookies to the residents.
You're from KE Angels, right? Yeah. What the KE Angels normally do?
Oh, so usually we will have baking sessions. Then the members will bake like different recipes, and then we will like distribute. Or we will have baking workshops also. Then we can teach the residents to bake. Yeah.
I see. Then this time round we are doing frisky. Is it? Can see.
Yeah, because today is KEVIIans Day, so we want to do something that is relevant to KE. So we bake whiskey cookies. So it's like cat shape. Yeah.
I see. So actually, Frisky is one of our KE favorite pet. She's a cat, and yeah, she normally will go around KE, and people actually like feeds her and like pet her. Yeah. So okay.
Let's pass the time back to Matt and Derek.
All right, so thank you very much, Johnny and Khor Ying. Wow, what a wonderful day it is to hear from our residents. It really looks like they're having a lot of fun over there. I
I
mean,
saw cookies.
yeah, we saw cookies. There was a friendship bracelet booth as well. That sounds like fun, and I think we ought to get some afterwards. Yeah,
exactly.
but before that, let's talk a little bit more about the stuff I have right behind me on this wall.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, so you can see here, this is our hall seal, and more importantly, in the words in yellow, it says to strive, to seek, and to serve. Right, so this is our KEVIIs Hall motto, right, and it embodies the absolute philosophy of the King Edward VII Hall. But let's perhaps talk about every single one of these sectors, shall we? Right?
So, all right. So, to elaborate, so to strive. So, strive obviously involves pursuing greatness for one's beliefs, demanding discipline, perseverance, and toughness, enduring challenges that fosters qualities like patience, endurance, and courage. So, I believe the various different CCA events that we've had this past year really showcased King Edward VII Hall residents' like sort of spirit when it comes towards to strive.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Like the drive they have to like host huge events. Like we're talking about like what 400 ticketed events. Like for example, for the likes of Chinese drama, we have hall play, amplitude, and also for our various sports CCAs. They have played in the most recent inter-hall games.
Yeah, we got football champions.
Whoa, football female champion. Okay.
Okay. So it turns out they have had a lot of achievements this past year, and it turns out that to strive is actually one of the very, very big parts about Hall. We encourage people to explore new things, to try out something new. Could be trying out a new sport, could be, for example, trying out something new. So, with the spirit of to strive, we find that a lot of our residents actually pick up things that they have never done before in their lives. Yeah. So, well, we're going to talk a little bit more about this later. But first, let's go over back to the dining hall where we have
no, okay. Are we stopping right now?
the cake cutting ceremony. Haven't. Okay. Well, it turns out that the cake cutting ceremony is not yet. I'm hungry for cake. I'm sure you are
I'm
too.
definitely hungry for cake. What do you think the cake is going to be? I'm voting for red velvet since we're all wearing red.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one, yeah. I absolutely think that it should be the case. All right.
Okay, sorry. So we are facing some difficulties right now because we are having actually some issues with communicating outside.
Okay. So let's actually send it out to the cake cutting ceremony outside to go take a look at what's happening in the festivities over there.
All right, let's go.
Prof. Kuldip Singh is our hall master. Right beside him is also Nicholas Khor. Nicholas Khor is the current 67th Junior Common Room Committee President. Behind him, we see a couple of other directors as well. Beside Prof. Kuldip is our very dear Internal Affairs Director. So it turns out that our hall is managed by both the Senior Common Room Committee, right, which is a group of professors, a group of permanent staff, as well as the very people you see behind, which are the Junior Common Room Committee members, which are just students. It's a student-led initiative.
But I believe, Matt, you are missing the elephant in the room, or in this case, the eagle in the room. Do you see that huge?
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's right. How could we possibly miss that gigantic eagle in the middle? He has a name. I love him. You love him.
Yes.
His name is Mikey. So Mikey is our hall resident. You can spell him as MYKE. Yeah, he's a hall resident.
Hall resident.
Yeah, he
okay.
resides inside this room actually.
This room. Wow.
Yeah, when he's free. And right now we'll be commencing the cake cutting. Right. Here we have.
Oh, they're all
Oh,
cheering.
wow! All the cheering.
Whoa! The cake is cut.
I think the cake is cut. Wow!
So happy birthday, King Edward VII Hall.
Happy birthday, King Edward VII Hall. Now my next question is Mike gonna try and blow out that candle that we see there, or do you think someone else is gonna blow it out?
然后可以去后面。
Oh, they're singing a birthday song for Mikey and the all the interested residents. Oh wow, look, it's some of our senior common room committee members as well as hall staff. All very excited to be there. Well, the cake has the camera has blown itself out in this time. And we're not entirely sure who blew it out.
We will never know.
We will never know, but we suspect it is that big eagle behind that is the key culprit and the key suspect in this case. Oh, there we go. The posing for photograph. That is Nicholas Khor over there, the Junior Common Room Committee President. Right beside them, carrying the kid over there, that's Miss V, our very own residential life team. Right? Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Actually,
Yeah.
for the audience at home who might not know, it is currently live from the dining hall of the King Edward VII Hall. As you can see, so as you can see, everyone is there dining away. At the same time, this cake cutting ceremony is currently ongoing. So yeah, since the cake is cut, we will never know what flavor it is, unfortunately. Do you happen to...
We'll go find out later. I'll go
Yeah.
steal a piece.
You go steal, please?
go
Yeah,
steal a
right.
piece.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
betting my money on that it is red velvet because it looks red. It has white icing around it. Most likely red velvet.
Right,
Mhm.
right. So maybe perhaps we gotta ask our ground correspondents later
Yeah.
as to what type of cake it is.
Mhm.
Right, but well, we haven't finished our story yet.
Exactly.
We're halfway through. Well, less than halfway
Less
through.
than
it,
halfway through.
Right, we have to strive. Now we
Mhm.
just gotta find what to seek means. So, actually, what does seek mean to you?
All right. Well, to seek. Actually, you mentioned one point earlier that is to explore.
Mhm.
You're right. So I think coming here personally as a King Edward VII Hall resident, ever since I stepped foot here like 4 years ago. Can you imagine? 4 years ago.
4 years. Well, you're old.
I have been joining various different CCAs. Yeah, I'm old. Yeah, I know. I've been joining various different CCAs that this hall has to offer. I'm currently in KEMotion, which is the CCA who set everything up for today.
Oh, you're in
This
KEMotion?
entire live stream. Yeah, I'm in KEMotion.
Wow, I am too.
You're into
Oh,
KEMotion?
that's cool.
Whoa, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, man.
So, and not just KEMotion, I've joined in various other CCAs as well in the past. And the one thing I feel like I learned the most is that I get to explore various different skill sets here, apart from like our usual academics, since we're university students. Apart from that, I think seeking, personally for me, is seeking friendships.
Seeking friendships.
Mhm.
Wow, that is a unique perspective.
Like, this community here is super vibrant and everyone is so friendly. I get to meet a lot of good friends, including you,
Oh,
Matthew.
thank you, Derek. Yeah, I've
Uh-huh.
met great friends too. Not just Derek, but also a lot of
Oh.
people, including our team behind the camera over here. There's a
Precisely.
huge bunch of them. Say hello, friends.
Say hello. They're saying hello, everyone.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what does seek mean for you? Is it almost the same?
Well, it is the same. It's not just friendships. For me,
Mhm.
it's seeking new experiences.
Mhm.
So these experiences actually extend to more than just the hall itself.
Mhm.
While we have about 80 different CCAs that are currently running concurrently.
80, wow.
80 different CCAs, yeah, that's a lot. There are tons of sports,
Mhm.
there are tons of cultural activities, right? For example, choir, there's a cappella as well, there's band, right? We also have productions and we also have media CCAs as well as committees. A large set to choose from.
Mhm.
But for me, my biggest takeaway throughout all of this, right, is to seek, well, new experiences together with your friends.
Mhm.
Right, so I fondly remember after we were done watching one of our hall productions, hall play actually,
Mhm.
we decided that instead it was a great idea for us to return back to hall, leave
Uh-huh.
our stuff behind.
Uh-huh.
Then we set off immediately after without packing in any of the things. We set off to have supper together.
Supper, yeah.
And I remember spilling some Milo back then, I believe.
No, I was there as well, everyone. He bumped into a waiter who was carrying like a huge, I think it was a Milo tower.
It's a Milo
like,
tower.
Milo tower, and it started spilling everywhere.
Yeah,
And
it
we
was
were like,
bad. I felt bad for the guy. Yeah, they haven't banned me yet though. The guy is very nice about it. He's
Yeah,
so kind.
wow.
Yeah, and that really says something about the environment that our hall has. You know, the friendships that it has made, as well as the many people that it's made out of. You know, people come here, make friends, make merry. You know, have tons of fun. Not just in the inside hall activities, but also activities outside.
Mhm.
So that's what seeking is to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, so seeking this is like a curiosity of sorts, you know, to try something new, to engage in dialogue and debate, and you know, to question all the reasons that we do things. And I guess that's something nice about a hall. We also have this constant push to strive and to innovate and become new, right? Every single year we attempt to go and do some new initiatives as well. For example, this year the media sector has very proudly started working on a lot more of these live streams, like the one that we're currently having today.
Very much.
Right, so very much props to the KEMotion team for this.
Okay,
At
wow.
the same time, the KEVIIan team, our photography team, is actually hard at work downstairs, actually, as a matter of fact, working on the photo booth. And this photo booth is, well, a key memory for residents to keep as the time comes. And this constant drive to innovate, this constant drive to try something new is a very key part of what we say when we say to seek.
That's right. I completely agree with you. And in fact, since we've mentioned KEMotion, KEVIIan, it sounds like it's the media team. What better way to segue into the last part of our motto, and that is to serve. In actual fact, is that for media CCAs, when we go out for coverages, we go out on live streams and all that, we are essentially trying to publicize whatever that's happening in hall to the wider audience, to the wider public. And to me, that sounds like the various CCAs are pretty much diverging their time away from their studies to maybe chill a bit alongside their friends to serve and making the image of hall actually, and to give back to the hall that we currently live in. In essence, it feels like it's to serve. But what does the motto actually mean? So to serve, officially, serving requires dedicated individuals with a strong work ethic to contribute to their nation's development, emphasizing quality over the specific field of service. Encouragement of community service and selfless dedication is essential. So in King Edward VII Hall, we have various different CCAs.
That's correct. That's correct. We have one CCA that's actually dedicated to just that community service, right? We have our very own KEVIIan back. So what these guys do is that they approach our different beneficiaries of our hall, and they approach them, and we push this spirit of community service from our residents out into the greater public. And it's not just one CCA that does this. As a matter of fact, a lot of the other CCAs attempt to reach out as well.
That's right. We have OSIP Laos.
We have OSIP Laos, our overseas community involvement program, right, in Laos, as well as we have one in Cambodia. And these two actually help build underprivileged communities in Laos and Cambodia, and attempt to build up and allow them the same facilities as we do here as privileged university students. And outside of that, the push for community service is also local. For example, our green team, as well as our external relations committee, they bring back together alumni members, right, as well as members of the hall to do beach cleanup and other related work to improve how Singapore is. And this really cements that of community service throughout. Of course, as you mentioned before, there is the concept of service to the hall as well. Plenty of our communities serve this very hall and its residents that we're all very proudly proud of, right? All the different committees tend to plan for events. All the block committees will plan for block events.
Block events for the hall residents.
For hall residents, and this push really, ensures that everybody has an amazing hall experience.
That's right. And as we mentioned earlier, KEVIIans Day is to celebrate the various different, everyone in KE7 Hall, all the KE7 residents. And it is thanks to everyone for your time spent on various different events and various different CCAs here that we are shining like so brightly actually. We have done, looking back, we have done a lot in the past year. So thank you, every single one of you, for spending your time, for your effort, and truly it shows that us as a whole is very united. We have a very strong community spirit, and I believe this will last a very long time. I mean, it has lasted 108 years. It will continue on.
It will continue. King Edward VII Hall is an institution of excellence, and it will remain for the time it is today. So actually right now, as a matter of fact, outside we do have some interviewees ready to shoot.
Do we have residents coming in?
So we're gonna invite some residents in, and we'll give a short talk. So actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna welcome the sports director in shortly.
Sports director?
Yeah. So it turns out that over this past year, we've actually had an amazing experience together in our inter-hall games. We have received an excellent showing for our football F girls. So let's welcome our very own KK.
Hello, nice. Thank you for having me. It's
would
great
you like to
be here.
introduce yourself actually?
Hi, I'm KK. I'm a year 3 Comm Science major. I've been staying in KE for the past 3 years. I'm currently the 67th JCRC Sports Director internal.
So maybe we can ask following some questions. So actually, what motivated you to become a sports director here in King Edward VII Hall?
Well, for me, you could say that I'm a one-trick pony. I've only had sports CCAs for the majority. Apart from Blockcom, I've mainly been in sports CCAs, and I've had an interest in sports since I was like really young. I think for me, my interest peaked in secondary school when I joined the volleyball team. So yeah, it's been ongoing since then. I love watching sports, playing sports. Yeah, the whole shebang. Yeah.
I see. What sports have you participated in so far?
In my time here in KE, I've continued volleyball for the first 2 years since secondary school. I've also played organized basketball. I've been playing street ball previously, but when I came into hall, it's become organized. Then I also picked up handball, so it's a first because handball isn't really played outside of university unless you're from poly. Yeah.
I see. Wow, what a excellent repertoire of different activities that you've had.
Thank you.
It sounds like fun. It makes me wish that I picked up a sport during my time in
You
KE.
should have met. It's not too late. It's never too late.
It's not
Matt.
too late. Yeah, softball is still hiring.
Softball's still hiring. All the sports are hiring. All
sports are
T2.
hiring. Right. So, back to this year, right? It has been an absolutely amazing performance for our KE athletes so far. Well, would you like to tell us a little bit about your thoughts about, the excellent performance of our athletes this year?
I was really, really awestruck for us to have been doing so well across the board. I think there has been a market improvement from the previous year, and we have a lot more sports breaking the top 4 mark this year for this year's ISG. And yeah, it's really heartwarming to see everyone put in the effort. It started off with the captains rallying residents to join and then put in the effort. And then, of course, the residents themselves really striving to do their best and make a name for themselves. Yeah. So, yeah, it's especially touching because KE isn't really known for their sports scene. It's known generally stereotyping as the chill hall that's like, pretty mellow and everything. So yeah, I think it's really a good time for us to really make a name for ourselves and then really show all the other halls that we are just more than just chill,
I believe it's all thanks to you, sports director,
no.
that we have such a wonderful
Thank you.
this year.
Thank you. You flatter me too much.
So actually, maybe one other question is that how do you motivate KE residents to participate in sports CCAs? Maybe this one last question.
Well, I think for me personally, my style of leadership in a sense would be to innovate and try new things rather than keep things status quo. So actually myself and my co-sports director Lucius, we actually implemented a few new initiatives this year, such as the regulation of jersey numbers as well as a new combined sports camp. So while both of these things were new and they weren't entirely proven, so their success was a bit not as well. It didn't turn out as well as you hope, but definitely I think it is a start that I can hope to push for in the future years. I can recommend to the future sports Ds to do it. Yeah, and then to relate back to your question, like through these initiatives, we hope that it will bring more excitement to the sports sector in KE, and then make people feel a bit more intrigued by the different activities that KE has to offer in terms of sports.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. That sounds amazing.
Thank you.
I wish I was a resident for another year so I can continue with the sports that we're pushing.
Hey man, you're always welcome to come back, even after you graduate.
I'll be back.
All right, let's thank KK. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Happy KEVIIans Day.
Happy KEVIIans Day. So with that, thank you very much to our sports director KK for joining us. What we will do is now we'll go outside and go back to our ground correspondents, Ke Ying and Joe Ning, and they'll share with us a little bit more about what's happening on the ground after the cake cutting ceremony.
Alright, let's go.
So Ke Ying, on to you.
Hi, we are here right now at the Ben & Jerry station, and we have our resident here, Loriendo. Hi, Loriendo.
Hi.
I heard that you're exchangers here, right? So when do you come to KE?
I'm in exchange from Italy. I came here in January, and unfortunately I will have to leave in May.
I see. So since you're exchanger here, right? What do you enjoy most? What do you enjoy most in KE so far?
Definitely the people, the events. There are every week a lot of events, both with the entire KE community and the block, and I think it's really great.
I see. Then would you like to say something to KE since it's his birthday now?
Yeah, definitely. Happy birthday.
Alright, then okay, let us go to another person here. Jiahui? Yeah. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, hello. Hi, I'm Jiahui. I'm a year 2. I'm the F block head, yes.
Okay. Wow, hi Jiahui. I saw you queue for the Ben & Jerry for the first one. What flavor do you get?
I got Oreo / cookies and cream. I don't really know the exact term, but
Nice. So actually today is KEVIIans Day, KE birthday. Do you have something to say to KE or the residents in the hall?
okay, I mean, happy birthday everyone, since it's KEVIIans Day, so it must be everyone's birthday, yes, so yeah, I think KE has been like really a home away from home for me lah. I think it has been a very fun place to stay in, and even though, I mean we're the oldest hall, right, but I really think that for the age that we are at, we have actually pretty well maintained facilities lah. Yeah, so good job KEVIIans, yes. Yes, happy birthday, KE.
Alright. Then also, right, since you say that you're the F block heads, right, would you like to share a bit more of like what does the block head does?
Be careful. Okay.
What the block head does?
What is your like most memorable events in F block? Yeah.
Okay, I think like as the block head, mostly like we just make sure we oversee the well-being of our residents in the block. For F block this year, one of the most memorable events I think will be our hall-wide Halloween. Yeah, so it was where like we collaborated with all the other blocks, and then we created a Halloween event lah. Yeah, so it was like involving like everyone, and it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun having everyone around. Yeah.
I see. Then other than this Ben and Jerry station, right, are you gonna go anywhere else to like? Is there any other activities around?
Okay, so for KEVIIans Day, I already collected my popcorn. Yes, yeah. And then there's the boxing booth there. Yeah, and
over at the foyer, right?
Yeah, at the foyer. So I think I'm gonna make my friend try it out. Yeah, we also play a couple of games downstairs lah. So seems like a very happening day. Yes, happy birthday, KE.
Alright, thank you.
Wait, one more thing. How about Ke Ying and I sing happy birthday? Okay. One.
Let's join in also.
We sing happy birthday to KE together.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to KE. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Okay, let's go. Let's go to the boxing area.
I think they look like a good next candidates.
Alright.
Yeah, actually we have a lot of more activities happening right now. Let's move on to the foyer to have a look, shall we?
Let's go. Actually, joining, like, I heard that you're like the year 4, like currently year 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is also my 4th year in KE. I have been staying here, and I've been for 4 years. Yeah.
I see. So, like, what's your fondest memory in KE?
I will say, I'm actually. Okay, I'll say like I enjoy most of the cultural CCAs. Like we always have a cultural night, for example, like Nota every year. So it's the time where all of our cultural CCAs like Aka, band, get to perform in our hall. Yeah.
I see. I heard you sing well, right? But I won't ask you to sing well. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go around. So we are currently at a foyer now. So, hi Gabriel. Would you like to share like what's your how has your this year's KE experience like?
It's my first year in KE, and I have to say it's actually quite nice. Like the people here are really nice and welcoming, and I like that there's a lot of CCAs that you're allowed to like try, and yeah, it's a very nice community here.
I see. So, what are the CCAs that you participated or like currently participating in?
I'm in floorball and Hall Affairs Board, Blockcom, and Sports Management Committee. Yeah.
Would you like to share about one of the CCAs? Like, what do they do, or what do you enjoy the most about the CCA?
I think Hall Affairs Board is one that's quite interesting. Actually, I'm part of it now. That's why I'm running these booths here. Yeah, and you get to run a lot of different activities that involve the hall, such as the night cycling and KEVIIans Day, which is today as well. Yeah.
I see. Would you like to share with us about like the activities here at the foyer?
Yeah. So here we have a claw machine here, where you can win different types of prizes, and we also have a punching bag machine and a hammer machine. So you go downstairs to win tokens, which you can use to play these games here.
I see. Okay, shall we like explore more about the activities here? Okay, so thank you so much for your time. Okay. Okay, I can see that we can see that currently now there's a boxing machine there, and should we see? Okay, yeah. Currently there's a guy, a resident. Oh my God.
They are showing their strength. There's also a curving machine here. I mean, if anyone is still in the room that you want to join us live in the game station, feel free to come on down now. Yeah, so let's have a look at the claw machine, what is inside. Hello, it's you again.
So we can see that currently she's trying very hard to try to get a prize. Oh. Okay, let's wait for a while. Okay, while she's preparing, still playing with the claw machine, right? Shall we look around with the other stations? Okay, so there's another resident trying to play with the boxing machine now. And can see that actually the highest score now is 7,500. So we shall see who can beat the highest score. Okay.
Not gonna lie, it looks pretty aggressive outside there. I've escaped our interview location to come take a look at the festivities that are happening outside. Let's see if she can catch something here. Okay, that's pretty scary.
Okay, while we are waiting for them to, while others are playing with the machines, right? Shall we go around and ask about ask the residents about their experience in KE? Let's go. Okay. Hello. Would you like to share about your experience in KE?
I'm not from KE.
Oh, you're not from KE. Okay.
I was from KE last time.
Oh, you was from KE. Okay, would you like to share about your experience?
What experience?
So when was the year that you were in KE?
I was there last year. When was it? 2022 May to 2023. 2022 August to 2023 May.
I see. Okay. Then, would you like to say something to KE since his birthday now?
Happy birthday. And yeah, KE is a good hall. It's a nice hall. So hopefully more people join KE.
Alright, thank you. Okay. Okay, let's go around and
Let's see what else do we have.
yeah. Okay, so we can see there's a residence here. Okay, would you
I'm
like
wearing
to...
the wrong shirt.
It's okay.
Hello. Nice to meet all of you.
Would you like to share, introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Lip Kuo. I'm a Year 1 resident, and I'm also the HAB Logistics IC. Yeah. So today is a HAB event.
I see. Would you like to share more about KEVIIans Day? What is happening now?
Oh, okay. KEVIIans Day actually is just a day where we all come together to celebrate the hall anniversary lah. So hall was established in 1916. So today is 100 and something. I don't remember the number. Yeah, 108 anniversary. So everyone's playing games. There's a popcorn booth, and then there's a ice cream booth, and then there are arcade games for them to play. And they can also go for a claw machine and get prizes. For example, the one in my hand now is actually the JBL Flip 5 speaker. Yeah, so if you happen to pick this up, you can win a speaker. Yeah.
I see. So have you, since you're the planning committee, right, have you actually had the chance to play with one of the machines or station?
Yeah, of course. Actually, when they set up the machines, I was the first one to try them out. And I think it's very fun, so you should go and play some mini games, get the tokens, and come out and try the machines. Yeah.
Would you like to say something to KE since it's a birthday now?
Yes, happy birthday, KE7.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Okay, let's go around and see. We see that there's a long queue, but it seems like it's the Ben and Jerry station for the ice cream. Yeah, let's go around and see what's happening there. Wrong. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now we're actually doing a live stream now, and since you're residents here, would you like to share about your experience here in KE?
Yeah, it's quite fun, very chill. Everyone here is very nice lah. Yeah.
I've heard that you just came back from SEP, right? Do you find any difference from your previous stay and this stay?
No, I think it's quite similar. It's the same lah. And then yeah, the more unfamiliar faces here, definitely. But yeah, can make more friends lah, definitely.
What is the favorite part for you in KE?
Got a lot of events lah. Like for example, today we have KEVIIans Days, then we have like night cycling, all that lah. Yeah, I enjoy this event. Are quite fun lah.
Okay, thank you. So actually today is the 108th birthday of KE. So would you like to say something to KE or the other residents?
Firstly, happy birthday to KE, and welcome to KE. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. Okay, let's pass on the time back to Matt and Derek.
Actually, there's also a lot more activities in the Com Hall. So if you're interested, please come down. If you're not, down to join.
It sounds like it's really, that it's packed full of energy.
It is packed full of energy and it's packed full of Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's. Oh my god.
As well.
I'm definitely getting one later on.
yeah, definitely. So back during the break, I was taking a look at some of our old yearbooks actually, old yearbooks, and it features the history of KE7. So it turns out that over the many years that KE7 has been around, there have been plenty of publications about the different residents in Hall.
Really?
Right,
Oh, okay.
as well as the very, very strong history that our Hall has. So I've just opened one from 2009 to 2010, just a short 14 years ago, and it turns out that they have already been located inside our current facility, right? So this is our current hall.
Com Hall.
This is our Com Hall. So let's see
see
whether you can take a look over there. Yeah, there we go. That looks like our Com Hall. All right, yeah. So it turns out our Com Hall has been around for quite some time. It's been actively developing, and it looks like this place actually was in fact a lounge way before this. Here's a picture of where we are currently at. Just if you take a look.
Let's have a look.
Right, take a look at that. That here is our lounge that we're currently sitting in.
Really?
Just currently in the daytime. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So it used to be like the general lounge for everybody, and that turns out it's been there for a while, and it's seen many different uses across the years. A lot of fun facts across different parts of Hall. We used to have formal Hall dinners every week at some point of time.
Every week?
Every week. It turns out when they say a formal Hall dinner, they refer to dressing up formally and having dinner.
That sounds like fun, honestly.
That sounds like fun, yeah. I would love to wear a suit every day okay, maybe not every day, maybe every week.
Day.
Maybe
in this Singapore climate, no, not really.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tough. That's for sure.
Okay, so since it's KEVIIans Day, right? So maybe we can talk about some parts of King Edward VII Hall's history.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite fact about the history of King Edward VII Hall? Do you have one actually?
Wow, my favorite fact about King Edward VII Hall. That is an excellent question. So I guess it's a lot on history. KE7 Hall has been around for so long, and we actually shifted over. We're actually the first hall to shift over into our current campus over at Kenridge.
Okay.
Right. So it turns out that along with Raffles Hall, we are the two oldest halls in NUS.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite hall fact. We are the oldest hall, and we are actually, in fact, quite a fair bit ahead of Raffles. But we moved here together.
Okay.
Where currently RVRC as well as the University Health Center currently is. That's where we used to be based.
Oh, around that corner.
Oh, we were there for a brief moment of time.
Oh,
a very, very brief moment.
I never knew that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. What is your favorite fact, Derek?
I don't really have a fact because I don't. Unfortunately for me, I don't really look into King Edward VII Hall's history. But maybe my one fun fact. I don't know how many people will like this because I'm Malaysian. Is the fact that I think one of my prime ministers, my previous prime ministers, actually was a resident here. Tun Dr. Mahathir was a resident here. I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to say this on live, But yeah, that's one of my favorite fun facts. I didn't know that until the moment I stepped into King Edward VII Hall. So as you can see, like this hall is rich in heritage. Like it has a very long history. It involves a lot of different people, and like it is. How do I put this? It might not seem as much. It might not seem much at first, but once you start like living here, once you start understanding like the various events, the various traditions we have here in King Edward VII Hall, you realize that it is filled with heritage, tradition, and most importantly, friendships. Honestly, I can see a lot of different alumni coming back for KEVIIans Day outside. I think that resident just now that was interviewed
Was an alumni, yeah.
was an alumni as well. So you can see that these friendships, these bonds actually transcends not just you being here present as a resident, but people often come back just to celebrate the various different achievements and various different events that we have here in Hall.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny that you mentioned about Dr. Mahathir. Actually, as a matter of fact, his records are in one of our books that we have, right? 75 years of the Medical Alumni Association. And it turns out his record is here. It turns out he's been around since October 1947. That's when he matriculated
Someone has been
as a student. All right, we can take a close look at that. He's been around. And it turns out he stayed for quite some time. In fact, he was around all the way till at least year 3, where they had some fun activities happening over there.
Now I'm more curious, which CCAs did he partake?
I'm not sure whether they have the same CCAs as we do
Maybe
now.
not,
You know, walking through memory lane and taking a look at all these older books, we've found that many other very old CCAs that are not here anymore used to be a thing.
Really?
So I'm not sure whether you know of this, but back in the day, canoeing used to be a sport in KE7 Hall. Now, you might be thinking I'm completely lying about that, but if we pick up one of our older yearbooks,
I'm more curious since when King Edward VII Hall has a river, but I suppose they just like go somewhere in MacRitchie Reservoir or Kallang River.
Yeah, I suspect they went outside instead. They had a canoeing CCA. At some point of time, they also had a bodybuilding CCA.
Oh, bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding CCA, that's correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so KE7 has had a lot of very strange CCAs over the many years that it's been around. And a lot of it's actually documented in many of our history books. We have one over here, 80 Glorious Years of King Edward VII Hall. This was published quite a fair bit ago. If KE7 is 108, this book is 28 years old. At the same time, actually, our alumni has done quite a few additional productions over the years where there's actually a book on the untold story of King Edward VII Hall. Turns out that's published by one of our medical med alumni of our hall, and that's one of our strong heritages that we have. Yeah,
Wow.
KE7 has a very, very strong heritage. Yeah,
Okay.
that's correct.
So, alright, if you're interested in joining King Edward VII Hall, I suggest, I'm not sure whether the application window is
It's open. It's open.
It's open, yeah, it's open. Do check us out. I believe open house was just like a few weeks ago, and we did have some of the prospective students come by and visit the area. Actually, we have one of our videos prepared for you. Can we check with the people behind the scenes whether or not we have the open house video done by ERC ready to view? Maybe we can have a quick look at that.
Let's take a quick look at that. Yeah.
So for prospective students, do check it out.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
What's that blue line always there in the corner?
I think our logo is official.
Wow, look at those two. Oh, this is the very room that we're sitting in. This is bonus room. Yeah. This is. Take a look at it. What a conducive space.
Whoa!
Come on, the residents playing Mario Kart on the Switch. It looks like.
Is this Xbox Lounge?
Yeah, it absolutely is. Xbox Lounge. A very characteristic blue thing.
Oh, we have two residents over in the dining hall. Playing foosball?
Foosball, yes.
Wow.
We have plenty of foosball tables. We have 3.
We have 3, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, this is from our orientation camp, if I'm not mistaken. Look at everyone, all partying, all having fun. So if you're a prospective student joining NUS and wanting to come to King Edward VII Hall, do check it out for the orientation camp.
That's correct. Yeah, so our students are not just play, they also work as well. Here's our study room, and they're chilling over there right now. Doing work. Oh, and then that's not work.
That's not work.
I mean, sorry, I'm a physics student, so that is work to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that looks like work.
The recreation room downstairs.
It has a pool table, people gather around, have fun. Here's one of our events, actually. This is International Night, hosted quite a while ago, where we have different sports from different places and different foods as well.
Oh, our productions, hall play. Oh man, our cast did a lot of work.
Wow, they did excellent work, and that bench over there is actually taken from right outside of here.
And here's initiation concert by KE Band. As you can see, every single one of our residents are very talented. We do a lot of things here in hall. Oh, and that's KEMotion.
Yeah, that's KEMotion for you. Yeah, so that's just a quick little look into all the different activities that we do. Of course, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's so much more that you can do in King Edward VII Hall.
I believe sports were not shown as much, but we do have, as mentioned by the sports director earlier on, we have a variety of different sports teams here in King Edward VII Hall. We also have, for example, various cultural CCAs. And further on, we have the community CCAs, those that give back to the community. There are a lot of things to do here in King Edward VII Hall. So if you are considering a place to stay, if you're coming to NUS and you are considering a place to stay on campus, King Edward VII Hall should be a choice for you.
Yes, it should be absolutely on your list. Yes, that's right. All right, so maybe we can go back and talk a little bit more about. I mean, it's 108 years. It's a long time. There's a lot of stories to talk about.
Exactly.
So let's chat a little bit about the fun memories that they've had during the years. So it turns out a lot of our CCAs have quite a fair bit of legacy. For example, the Dream Composition, a Chinese songwriting contest, has been around for 31 years. Sorry, let me get a quick check. In fact, as a matter of fact, our director for this show is here together with us.
Behind the scenes.
So perhaps maybe our director can come by and come over and talk to us about the Dream Composition.
Hi, let's welcome TDC's director, Lucius Khor. Hi.
All right, the chairperson is here.
Hello. Hi. Welcome, Lucius.
Hi. Wow, I wasn't expected to be called up here.
Yeah.
No, I was told that I'm here to be the technical person for motion, and now I'm here as.
Apparently not. The media director has decided. Oh, by the
summon
way,
me.
Matthew is our media director here. He has decided to summon you.
Yeah. So perhaps let's talk a little bit about the long storied history of the Dream Composition. So it's been around for a very long time. How long has it been?
Yeah. This year is our 26th Dream Composition.
Wow, 26. Well, that is a very long time.
It's still a very long time.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the Dream Composition? What is it as a...
The Dream Composition started off as a songwriting competition for Chinese category. Yeah, and as the year goes on, then we introduced the English category, and we have events like we have outreach events, we have radio station interviews, and for the finalists, if you are fortunately to be selected as the finalists, you get to perform at a very, very big stage at SCCC at Tanjong Pagar. It's a very nice venue. I like that venue a lot.
So how does it feel like to inherit 25 years of heritage from TDC? Like a lot of people in the past have done so much for the CCA. How does it feel? And how do you feel after hosting a very successful event for TDC this year?
Oh, thank you.
I think it's very successful, TDC this year.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
It was amazing. So
it's my honor to be leading the event, and of course without my members we won't be able to achieve all of these amazing shows.
As you can see, the various different finalists. This is in itself TDC's grand final. Yeah. So this is just a snapshot of the various different performances that day.
Oh, and that's our guest performer, Sherman. Sherman Zhu, yeah. I like his music a lot.
You really like his music? Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, over the many years that that TDC has been around, right? You guys have invited a lot of guests throughout the years. So I've read actually when during the 6th Dream Composition, that was 20 years ago, right? You guys invited in Michael Wong as a singer.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so he now sings a Chinese song called Tonghua, right? Is that correct? Yeah, but he was one of our guest performers back in the day.
Oh, I never knew that. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, a cool fair bit of history. Right, so anyways, do you have any words to say perhaps to like future contestants that are possibly, thinking about joining the Dream Composition in the future?
In my opinion, the Dream Composition is a very good platform for young singer-songwriter who are looking for a stage to perform. And then I would consider ourselves to be a small event. It's organized by a group of uni students, so it won't be as commercialized as other big performances. Yeah, so I would say if you want to be involved in songwriting, it's a good platform for you to be in.
All right. So with that, thank you very much, Lucius.
Thank you
so much for sharing with us.
Right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
You.
All right.
Okay,
so for after this, we actually have another very special guest joining us today. Let's welcome Prof. Kuldip, none other than our hall master. Please welcome.
Welcome.
Good to see you. All right, so our hall today just celebrated 108 years. It's been a very, very long time running, and I'm sure you're as excited as we are.
Yes.
I'm excited for Ben & Jerry's. I'm sure you're also excited for how far the hall has come throughout the years. Yeah, but before that, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit? Tell us a little bit more about your history in King Edward VII Hall.
Sure, okay. So, yes, hi, my name is Kuldip, all right. I have been with the hall for about 3 years now. Come June, I would have hit the 3-year mark.
Wow.
Okay. So no, that's not a wow. That's very short in the timeline that I have been involved in residential living. I started residential living way back in 2005.
Wow.
All right.
Now that is
so I go a long way back. I was a fellow in Raffles Hall for about 6 years. Then I was a fellow at the Cinnamon College for another 10 years. After which I took so 3 years is a pretty short in that span of 18 years or so, right? So yes, I've been with the hall for about 3 years now. I'm a what you would call a mathematical physicist by training. I teach in physics department. I also do teach in the NUS College, or what used to be called USP. I also hold an administrative position in the Center for Quantum Technologies. So I'm kind of like spread quite a bit all over the place.
Wow, a lot of different roles for you to fill within the NUS community as a whole.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm sure running a hall as well as your other commitments are definitely a lot of things for you to juggle.
Yes, indeed. I mean, but of course, the challenges are of a very different nature, all right? Like here, I think I'm dealing with sometimes problems, sometimes a good kind of problems, all right, with students, all right? Whereas my position in the center is more administrative. You have to deal with things like staff matters and the like. So the challenges are very different. Yeah. But I mean, having said that, the challenges are what makes life interesting.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That's true. Yeah. Without challenges, we wouldn't have something different to think about and something special and other things that are memorable. So maybe perhaps I'd also like to ask you, you've been spending 3 years now or almost closing the 3 years in King Edward VII Hall. What's your most memorable engagement with one of our students?
One of our students. I can't quite say that, there's one particular student. I think it's fair to say that, I have interacted with many students, all right, and although I don't know whether I can call it memorable or not, but the fact is that, in retrospection, when I think about when I'm asked this question, what I find most memorable, I think I do reflect on some of my conversations with some of the presidents that I've worked with. Right, I have had the pleasure of working with 3 presidents and their VPs, right, and I think that's how I get any, kind of steer the hall. So the way to sometimes steer a hall is by engaging the presidents, sharing my vision of what maybe the hall should be, and that kind of sometimes shapes the direction in which the hall follows after that. So my memorable, I would say my memorable exchanges that I've had have mostly been with the presidents, right? And I have had the pleasure of working with the KEVIIan. I think he was the 65th, 65th, and then there was Jonah, 66, and now our incumbent JJ, all right, 67. And I'm looking forward to working with our next incoming president, Amanda. All right.
That's absolutely right. We just actually, in fact, concluded our presidential elections just on
that's
Monday.
right. So, in fact, the official announcement was just today.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to have a continuous system of junior common room committees, a very student-led initiative to keep passing on the leadership of the hall.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right. So, Prof. Kuldip, if I may ask, do you have, since you've have been here for almost 3 years now, and I believe in hall there are various different events, for example, the current one, KEVIIans Day. So with all these different things, do you have a very memorable moment, unforgettable moment, that shows K7 residents as a whole coming together, their community spirit? Yes. Do you have?
Yes, I mean, again, I must say that I cannot pinpoint just one. There have been so many, especially this year. I would say this year over other years. I think we've had a tremendously active year. All right. And I would like to count all of them as being very memorable to me. All right, this year, our productions have done a fantastic job. I'm so proud of them. All right, I'm also very proud of the fact that we came up with one more new production this year, our dance production, which I think had a resounding success. All right, so I think, all in all, my proudest moments or memorable moments are those when I engage and see them come alive. All right, our sports did very well this year. Okay,
absolutely.
We did a hat trick.
They took champions.
Yes, we were champions in football. Yeah, so I think all this kind of make my stay in KE7 very memorable. All right. And of course, even interacting with you, actually, Matthew, I would have to say that, I find you a person I engage very well with. Our.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I also enjoy our talks that we've had throughout the entire time.
That's right.
Yeah,
and I think, and I would like to commend you. I mean that you have done a fantastic job in bringing up media at a level which I think is going to be very difficult for others to, strive for or reach for. Okay, you've set very, very high standards.
Thank you very much, Prof. Kuldip.
Okay.
Of course, this wouldn't really be possible without this is my motion head. This is Derek over here.
Right. I know
Lucius is actually behind the camera over there. He is the KEMotion.
Yes, I know.
Head, right,
so
as
you
well
guys,
as my great media team.
No, really, I think by far in my 3 years, I think I've seen the motion and vision growing, but never like what happened this year. This year was just amazing.
Oh, that's excellent to hear. The rest of the team here is definitely
Rest
very
of the
heartened to
team
hear.
Yes.
to hear this a
Kudos
lot.
to all of you. I think you guys did a great job.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And maybe perhaps as a last question, maybe you can share some perspectives with regards to, leadership, what you think, constitutes good leadership.
Leadership, all right. Leadership actually means sometimes not asserting yourself up front, but basically steering your herd in a direction. All right. I like to think of myself as a leader that works best by getting the team to move forward. All right. So my style of leadership is that. So I find strength in the strength of a leadership in terms of the theme that works with me. So very much I like to work behind the scenes, all right? Even here in the hall, like I said, my greatest moments have been, engaging with our presidents. That is simply with the reason that, sometimes that's where I, infuse my ideas into how the hall should move. And I think that has worked very well for the last 2-3 years, okay? We had the unfortunate, we all caught with COVID in 2021. We were down with COVID, and it was a big challenge then to come out of that period in which everything was kind of that we were already losing connection with what the memory in the system was somewhat getting very diffused. All right, to revive it back to a state of what it used to be was a big challenge. All right, and I think it is through that leadership. Through my team that I guess I could make some difference, and I'd like to see that the hall has reached a vibrancy which I could not imagine happening at that point, because things were looking very bleak then. All right, hall leaders who were in here had no idea what things used to be, all right, and somehow we kind of persevered. All right, and the slow infusion of these ideas like how things ought to be somehow paved the way for where we are right now.
I completely agree with you. I mean, it's true that across all these years that has been around, through COVID, through leaders that have been through COVID, as well as people that started leadership after COVID.
That's right.
Everyone has shown a certain set of resilience, but
Yes.
as well as a sense of exploration towards the new, being unafraid to seek, as we say, right? To push something new, to try out something new, and develop the hall in its new character, right? To adapt itself to its residents. Yeah, and in that sense, I think the hall in itself has
Yes.
done a really great job in this respect.
I think so too, and I think we are priming ourselves for even bigger things in the year ahead. All right, so I see that vibrancy now kicking off, all right, in a way that it's going to fuel more exciting moments for the hall coming up. All right.
The only pity is that both of us are fourth-year students.
Yeah, but you guys are going to be alumni.
Oh, you bet. We'll be
We
back.
will definitely come
We
back.
will be back.
Okay. So we'll engage you one way or another, right? So don't worry. I mean, KE7, one of the key things about any halls for that matter is that your tenure with the hall does not end when you graduate. In fact, if anything, your tenure starts when you graduate, because that's when you start to bring in your wisdom, your experience, and infuse it back to the students who are still finding their directions, all right, or finding an identity with KE7 for that matter.
Thank you for those wise words, Prof. Kuldip.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any words for our residents? Any final words for our residents, or for the incoming students, incoming residents that are coming in for next year, next academic year?
Yeah, I think I always say this, that hall living, it's a very important or integral part of your education, all right? More and more, I think institutions are buying into that idea that learning is not confined to the four walls of a lecture hall or a tutorial room, but rather learning happens everywhere, all right? So with this more general kind of view of what education ought to be, I think you can easily figure out why one would say hall living plays a major role, because this is where you interact, all right? It is through interactions that you learn, all right? You find new experiences, you discover new interests, all right? And I think I would say to those people who have not considered living in halls to really look at what's happening, all right? There are many opportunities for, I think, prospective students to get a glimpse of what happens in halls. Our open houses have been, I think, a way in which we try to get new people to look at how things can be for them if they so choose to, take on this journey. All right. So I would say that take this time in your life to new students to explore. All right. Sometimes you don't know what you're missing out until you speak to someone or you witness something and you find your true passion. All right. And if you ask many alumni, they'll tell you that their education was really made in the halls. Right. Education in the most widest sense. Education that becomes applicable even after you graduate. All right. How you interact with your peers in whatever capacity. All right. Takes shape once you learn some of these ropes when you are in settings like a hall. All right. Here you have committees, you have various groups, CCA groups, where you do operate in certain capacities that require you to hone your leadership skills. All right. So I think you sometimes find your calling that in life by your experience, short though, 3 or 4 years, all right, when you're here, but sometimes you find your true calling. Right? And I can say that many even find their soulmates here.
That's true.
All right.
Dinner and dance, we had pageanties as well. I heard that some of them are together as well.
Exactly. Yeah. But actually, if you look at alumni who come, I've been told, although like I said, I've not been here for many years, but in these few years, I have alumni coming back and just visiting the hall after many years, and then when I ask them, so both of them turns out to be KE7 alumni. I say, how did you? Did you guys meet here and then became a pair here? Then many of them will say yes. We actually this is where we met and yeah. So it's I'm not trying to say that you should go out actively do that, but sometimes in your daily engagements and that you do find someone that you find that you click in personality and all that, and things sometimes do happen.
Yeah, certainly. Well, anyways, Prof. Kuldip, thank you very much for your time.
Sure, it's always a pleasure.
With all your kind words to all the residents.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of not just the JCRC but as well as the hall leaders that the opportunity for all of us to learn and for us to develop more of ourselves as leaders, but as well as the creative space for us to attempt this skill of leadership.
Absolutely.
Right. Has been definitely a key moment in our time here in Hall.
Yes.
And I'm certain that future batches of leaders coming, leaders in the future, right, would definitely, benefit from all this experience that we're getting.
So you basically echoed what I said earlier.
Yeah, of course. I feel exactly the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I think it's true. It's true, right? So that's would add on to my advice. Listen to people who have been through the system. Maybe you may not want to listen to me, all right, but these are the people.
Yeah. And I give my stamp of approval.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for listening to me. Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right.
All right. So that was our quick little interview with Prof. Kuldip, our hall master for King Edward VII Hall. He's been here for the past 3 years, as he's mentioned.
Exactly.
Right? And it's been a fun 3 years so far. And both Derek and I, we've been staying here for about 4 years so far. We've definitely seen through a fair bit of our term here under Prof. Kuldip.
And it is, as Prof. Kuldip has said, it has been really eye-opening to see how the hall recovered from COVID previously. There were a lot of different activities, a lot of events, a lot of traditions that have been put to a grounding halt because of this. But right now, if you look around, you will not see any lasting effects from that period. Really, all CCAs, every single resident here in King Edward VII Hall, we have to really thank them for this. this hall has returned to its state of vibrancy before that entire period.
Certainly. Yeah, the vibrancy is something that we've also experienced during our time in KE, right? We've seen through a lot. Yeah, we've seen through a lot, and we've seen the hall when it was in its pandemic state and afterwards, and this has really, in my mind, has changed my perspective of how we do risk management when it comes to situations that are not ideal, right? We pushed through a lot of these. We were hall leaders 2 years ago during the midst of COVID, and I'm sure that this has also challenged. It's challenged me. I'm not sure about you.
Well, thanks to you.
Oh.
Thanks to you. A lot of things that it became very easy to manage. But really, as Prof could say, thank you for being here as a media director.
Oh no, thank you very much for being around for being in motion, and thank you very much to the team that I have here.
The team,
on
yes.
this. Right. So, give
them a
themselves
round of applause. All right. Actually, well, it's getting a bit late. Actually,
it's getting a bit late. Let's see. Does maybe. No, we'll see whether we have more guests later. But perhaps let's just give. Shall we take a look outside? Are we able to look outside? Okay. Well, right now it turns out that from what we're seeing, it's so absolutely packed outside that our camera isn't able to go around. So that's that happening outside. Right. Shall
actually? Yeah. Because. Are we still waiting on anyone of the
let's see if I can invite anyone else for an interview shortly after this.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe in this short little time while I go out and look around for let's say our JCRC president or someone else around, right, for a quick little interview, right? Maybe we can also talk about some of the other achievements that the hall has had throughout the years. But maybe on that front of legacy, right? Let's talk about KEMotion as a whole. So KEMotion, I've always thought it was a very young CCA, like videography. I've always thought it was a modern thing, when you have access to digital cameras, when you have good access. And it turns out I once again scrolled through all the old yearbooks, and it turns out that KEMotion is a lot older than I think it is.
Really?
So it certainly existed in 2009 and 2010, right, as a CCA that was primarily focused on videography. And this has pushed itself out like a long time throughout the years. Like, take a look. That's a badge from a very long time ago.
Wow.
Like, look, it's KEMotion. Come take a look. Let's see whether you can see it over here. Yeah, that's the KEMotion team. Right, back in its infancy.
Over there, right?
Yeah, over there. Yeah, this one over here. Yeah, so it's fun. You can also see the very many evolutions of the different CCAs. For example, KEWeb used to be known as KENet.
Okay.
Yeah, and then some point of time before that, it was just known as KEIT.
KEIT.
Yeah, KEIT, because they were doing all of the IT department things. And what was funny was that actually the home of where the media team is currently used to be a computer room for the residents in KE7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would explain the huge server behind the room.
That would absolutely explain it. Yeah. I've been always wondering why we have a server room in there in the first place. Yeah, but it turns out that right now we do have some additional guests that have walked into the room. Perhaps shall we welcome our two guests coming in? Do you guys want to come over and take a seat? We'll talk to you guys for a little bit. I'll make my way out.
Oh no, it's okay. I'll make my way out. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Can
So
we
let's invite our two, our current as well as our future JCRC president. We have Chinzi over here. Chinzi, you want to take a seat in the middle? Okay, come take a seat, please.
Is this live?
Yeah, this is live.
Oh.
All right, and we also have Amanda by the side over here. All right, so 1 second. Let me. Let's do a short little introduction. Would you like to introduce yourself as well as what you've done?
Hello. They can hear me. Okay. Hello, my name is Jin Se, and I'm a year 4 nursing student. What I've done, I am the 67th JCRC president and also the 66th Internal Affairs Director. Yeah.
Cool. And Amanda, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
So, hi, I'm Amanda. I'm a year 2 mathematics and psychology.
Oh, mathematics and psychology?
Yeah, mathematics and psychology.
Oh.
I am going to be the 68th JCRC president. Yeah.
Wow,
So
wow.
it's
So
kinda cool.
it's a handover about to happen, folks. Right, so There we go, there we go. Alright, so of course, I'm sure you guys will have a much more official ceremony coming up, but perhaps maybe let's talk to JJ a little bit about his experiences. Actually, why don't you talk a little bit about your experiences, both the internal affairs as well as the president of KE7 Hall. What things have our residents achieved in this year that you are particularly proud of?
Okay, I guess I'll go chronologically. As the Internal Affairs Director, I think I was very proud of all my CCA heads. We managed to bring back something that was not that did not happen during COVID, which was the bus suppers. So we brought that back. And we also managed to increase the vibrancy of our block committees and block events. Which was something that, thanks to the loosening of the restrictions, we managed to achieve. I think this year in particular, we managed to achieve quite a lot of things, such as football champions.
Yeah, football champions!
For female. And we are also third place for swimming.
You're in the swimming team right now?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Yeah. And also third place for floorball female. Yeah, so I think we did very well in our sports. We also did very well in our productions. Most of our productions were very well received. Yeah. Amplitude also. And I think we managed to create this vibrancy in hall that was something that not many people have experienced, especially us as year fours. Yeah, so I think this year was really very exciting, very fun, very fulfilling as well. Yeah, but also very tiring.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure of it.
I have to go for AM shift later.
You have to go for AM shift later.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not hold you back for too long. Maybe Amanda, perhaps you can share some views. You've heard from our current president of JCRC. You'll be taking over the helm next year. So, do you want to share with us, what has inspired you to take up this position?
Okay.
Okay, other than JJ being an absolute charmer, to influence people to run for president, right? I would like to talk about some of your experiences that made you, choose to run for president.
I think in general, what kind of inspired me on, I mean, apart from JJ talking to me and trying to pressure me into, not pressure, really try to convince me into running for this kind of role or consider doing this role. I think I was thinking more about our hall culture and then how we could actually build on our strength, which is the beginner-friendly culture that we have in hall. So I think in terms of what I would like to do within this next year was actually try to improve on that and then make the residents feel more welcome in that aspect also and really enjoy the learning process in KE. So I think that was primarily my motivation. Yeah.
So you just mentioned just now you're going to bring in a new level of vibrancy to the hall. Something special. You were mentioning that you were going to make things more beginner friendly.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I think part of being in hall, I think KE's strength is actually the beginner friendly. I think one thing that we could actually look at or consider doing is also try to emphasize on your students' learning and the residents' learning. So apart from just welcoming people who don't really have prior background in whichever area, it's also making sure that they do reflections or they actually consider, if I join the CCA, I actually want to learn this by the end of the semester, and then maybe have leaders also consider or think about how they can actually help their members through certain roles that they're interested in to help guide them along the process as well.
Yeah, certainly. It is a true process. Many of us enter as complete, beginners in this regard, and over the many years that we've been around, we have, developed new skills, being hall leaders, being leaders of our CCAs, right? Growing a long beard, apparently for him, right? As well as leading our hall in general and shaping our future batches of leaders to come. Right. So anyways, since it is KEVIIans Day after all for today, right? It's our 108th anniversary. Can you believe it's been that long?
Yes.
Yeah.
I celebrated the 106 and 107.
Yeah, so naturally that'll be the 108 afterwards.
Correct.
Turns out that's how both days. Anyways, do you have any words to the KE residents as a whole?
I go first. I guess to everyone that has stayed during my term, thank you for contributing to the hall. Thank you for making hall life enjoyable for each other. I think, this experience wouldn't be your experience if we all didn't have a hand in it. Yeah. So thank you to everyone.
Any words for the rest of the residents?
I think on behalf of Timothy and I think we are actually really grateful for whoever has voted for us and supported us during this campaigning journey. Really appreciate it, and we actually look forward to serving this hall again. I think we look forward to learning more about the 108 years worth of history, and then understanding how KE has been from the start and then to now. Yeah, so that's something that we actually both look forward to doing.
Alright, yeah, thank you very much. I'm sure when we're celebrating the 109th anniversary next year, we'll be talking even more about the long history that our hall has. All the stuff that you're seeing all around here. So otherwise, yes, thank you very much.
Please
Nicholas
invite me
as well
back.
as Amanda.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining me today in this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Apple.
All right. So that was Nicholas as well as Amanda, our current incumbent JCRC president, as well as our next incoming JCRC president, right? Who will be leading the hall this year as well as next year. All right. So perhaps maybe I can invite Derek back. He has kindly vacated his seat for our two interviewees to come in.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah. So it's been a long day, right? We are coming to the tail end of all this. What are your thoughts on this event so far?
I feel like I should go out and get some Ben and Jerry's. That's the first point. Definitely.
Is the line still going?
I'm not sure whether there better be still Ben and Jerry's still out there. There's not a Ben and Jerry's commercial, by the way, but yes, if there's free ice cream, why not, right?
Yeah, free ice cream.
And overall, actually, I see a lot of people enjoying themselves. It's really just enjoyable, really fulfilling to see an event going smoothly and everyone just having a very good time. In fact, so as mentioned earlier, so KEVIIans Day, well, it is coming to the tail end of it. Right now, if you're still currently in your room and you have nothing else to do, might as well just find a friend, grab a friend, just come down and enjoy the various different activities, festivities, food that we have down here ready for you. So
Right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I would absolutely go out and get some Ben and Jerry's. Go play some of the games outside. The claw machine is in full force. I heard you can win a JBL flip speaker. I think. Yeah, you can win a speaker, right? Today you can win a speaker. So I'm not sure whether the speaker is still around, but if you are not down yet, give yourself a try at the claw machine, right? If you win the speaker and you don't want it, you can always give it to me.
Me? No.
Okay, well, I give it to either one of us. We'll be more than happy to do it. Right.
So as we bid farewell to this memorable day, let's carry the spirit of KEVIIan Day with us in our hearts. So let's continue to cherish and celebrate each other, recognizing that we are stronger together than we could ever be apart. Thank you to everyone who contributed to making this event a resounding success. Here's to many more moments of laughter, connection, and community in the days ahead.
So until next time, remember, we're not just celebrating a hall or King Edward VII Hall. We're celebrating each and every single one of you. Happy KEVIIans Day to all, and have a wonderful evening ahead, and hope to see you later in the games.
So I've been Derek, he's been Matt.
I'm Matthew, and it's been a pleasure being your host for this evening.
Alright.
So take care everybody, enjoy the rest of your KEVIIans Day, and see you later.
Alright, see you, bye-bye.